Hey, comic book fans, my nerdy friends, and my geeky padres, what's going on? So I've decided to do my review videos a little bit different now. I'm gonna read them one at a time, and at the end of each one, I will do a quick review of each one, just from like my first reading, and you can get my reaction of it. So you won't be seeing a pick of the week every week unless you watch the live show on Tuesdays, and then you can see my pick of the week there. I always feel like I kind of if you watch my lightning round reviews and then you watch the live show, I feel like I kind of spoil. I spoil some of the conversation we have on the live show. So you have to wait till the live show to see my pick of the week, unless it's painfully obvious which one I pick. But yeah, so that's how I'm going to do my reviews now. So watch the intro. I'm going to read these books and do one at a time reviews on all of them. And I'll see you in a second. Okay, so first up we have Constantine issue 7. Apparently it's been a very long time since I read Constantine because I hardly could remember what happened last. I know in the... man, I can't remember the DC event all of a sudden before Forever Evil. The Trinity War, okay. I know in Trinity War, Constantine was supposed to have been killed. Somebody brought him back to life. I can't remember who it was. But I thought it was somebody that it wasn't. In this book, we find that Mr. E, who is this villain, Tanarak, and Sargon all have joined forces to dispose of Constantine. It was pretty good. I need to go back and reread Constantine, I think, to understand completely what's going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. I just can't remember why what's happening is actually happening. But it was alright, I guess. I don't know. It was okay. I still like it. What's happening here is pretty crazy. Tanarak's doing this ritual that gives all three of them some crazy power with stuff that they stole from Constantine, and Mr. E's going around and killing mages and taking their powers from around the world. So there is a twist in here that I did not see coming at all, but was pretty profound. We'll see where that leads, and the last page left me with this crazy, I need to read the next issue kind of feeling. So, it was pretty decent. It wasn't terrible. It was alright. Alright, next is Phantom Stranger, issue 12. This is actually Trinity of Sin, Phantom Stranger, issue 12, because it kind of has a little bit of a tie-in with the Forever Evil event that's going on. It actually says something about the eclipse that's going on, that Ultraman, if you haven't read Forever Evil, Ultraman pushed the moon in front of the sun, so there's an eclipse going on, so there's no sun, so Superman can't get his power, and Ultraman, whatever, has to do with that. In this book, again, another book that this Trinity War Forever Evil event kind of messed with me as far as my memory goes with some of my books that I haven't been able to pick up in like a month. But I remember Phantom Stranger going to heaven, saving the kid Chris that from heaven instead of his wife and his kids, and then being told that he can't come back. And then in the Trinity War, he went back with Batman, Katana, and Deadman to go find Dr. Light's, go figure out what's going on with Dr. Light. That was in Trinity War. This kind of takes place after that. Phantom Stranger was supposed to just be nothing, just kind of like in the ether. But in the first pages of this, he comes back to life, pretty much, to his home, where he always felt comfortable and he felt hope. And so he talks to the little dog that he was talking to before Trinity War all started. I think he was like just kind of like the voice of the creator or whatever. I can't really remember all that well. But he was talking to him. The dog gave him kind of like a task for redemption. And we cut to Chris, the kid that Phantom Stranger brought back from heaven. We cut to him and his family, and they now look at him weird, and something is strange going on with him. And there's a whole little, I don't know, just a whole little thing going on with him. He's now kind of has powers like Phantom Stranger. They go to the apartment of Dr. 13. I think it's Dr. 13. And revive him because he tried to kill himself, apparently. And they're all kind of like a 3-man buddy team all of a sudden. We also see glimpses of the Sin Eater, right here. We see him in this, and something at the end happens that's pretty profound. And I said this is the second time I said profound in this video. Anyway, something pretty big happens. The Sin Eater dealing with Phantom Stranger. So it was pretty good. I just feel like I'm off track with this, just being off of it for like a month and a half. So, yeah, like Constantine, like it wasn't terrible, it wasn't fantastic, but that might be just me because I haven't read it in so long. But still good. I like the character a lot. I love the art, and it's just like my kind of genre of comics. So pretty good stuff. Alright, hey, the next book that I just read was Avengers Arena, issue 16. I want to start off by saying I did not like the art in this book at all. It just did not do it for me. The lines were too heavy, it was too cartoony looking. It just didn't do it for me. The story, however, is pretty much right where I thought it would be, with a bunch of the kids on Murder World pretty much going at each other. This is supposed to take place on the 29th day of the 30-day program that's going on. We have some kids who climb their way into Arcade's lair and are trying to undo everything as far as Murder World goes and save their friends. But on the outside, all their friends are pretty much, like I said, at each other's throats, killing each other, just beating the crap out of each other, pretty much. It was alright. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's wrapping up the whole first season or whatever it is. It wasn't groundbreaking, but it wasn't bad. But the art, like I said, just did not do it for me. And if we've learned anything from me in these videos, story's 50%, art is 50%, and if one of the 50% is bad, it's all bad. Alright, and next was Deadpool issue 18. This is part 4 of 5 of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly story arc that's going on, and holy cow. I never actually thought I'd get choked up while reading a Deadpool book, but man, I kind of almost got a little teary-eyed at the end. This story has been phenomenal. We see a whole new side to Wade Wilson in these 4 issues. There are some funny parts. I did giggle a little bit in the beginning, but towards the end of the book, it really kind of choked me up. It was great. This was a great book. It's gonna take a lot to beat this as book of the week, I think. I mean, I have like half my stack to still go through, but this was amazing. The story here is phenomenal. The artwork is fantastic in this. I do like it. But wow, the story writing. Oh my gosh, it's great. This is great. If anybody, like I'd said this before with the first issue of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, if you guys don't read Deadpool because it's too like slapstick funny and too much murdering and stuff, I get that, I do, but this story arc is not like that at all. It's a very, very, very good story. Just give it a shot. Go back and find 15, 16, 17, and this is 18. And then 19 coming out, I'm sure is going to be phenomenal and just kind of blow me away. But this issue was fantastic. I know with the last couple of issues that I reviewed, I kind of gave away a little bit of spoilers. This one I'm not going to give away at all. Just, if you're reading this, be prepared at the end, because holy cow, very, very good. Very good. It was profound. It was so profound. But no, it was really, really good, and I recommend this story arc. I recommend to everybody. Everybody should go and read this just because it's that good. It really is. Okay, so this one is Thor issue 14. It's good. It's really good. Really, really good. Hope Frank doesn't see this. I like the group that's put together to take on Malekith and their interactions with each other. It's really funny. The battle scene is really, really good. It's good. Alright, so I just got done reading Ghosted issue 4, and holy crap, this book is awesome. If you guys are not reading this book, you need to get on this book. It is perfect for this time of year, perfect for Halloween time, for horror time, and this is just great. You get the feeling of like old horror type books. It's just awesome. It's so good, especially the way they set up the book. At one point you turn the page and it's just freaking amazing. I don't want to go into the plot of this book at all because I think everybody needs to read it, especially in October. Super good. So good. So good. Yeah, really, really, really damn good. Like, this is amazing. Just super amazing. I loved it a whole lot. Alright, now we have Sidekick issue 3. I feel so bad for this character, Flyboy, in this book. His life just keeps going bad. At the end of issue 3, he pretty much is leaving his city that he was the sidekick to his superhero there. They're just not appreciating him the way that they're supposed to, I guess. And so he leaves and goes to St. Louis as a new superhero. And and he's trying to get like corporate money for being their superhero. There's a bidding war between 3 companies, and one of them wins for like a $1.5 million, and he's psyched. His new superhero persona he's done a few things and has gotten rave reviews from the city. They all love him, and then shit goes downhill, of course. Don't really want to give too much away about it, but this book was really good. I'm really enjoying this title. This is the 3rd issue, so this was its cutting off point if I was gonna drop it. But I think I'm gonna stick with it because I feel so bad for the guy. I think it's really good. It's a cool new take on the superhero and the sidekick's relationship. Yeah, I liked it. So really good book. Right, next we have Coffin Hill issue 1. This was extremely interesting. There's a lot going on. You learn 2 different parts of the main character's life. Eve Coffin is her name. She's a police officer. And then you go into her younger rebellious days, where she came from in Salem, Massachusetts. And her family's past, and she was kind of a wild girl who dabbled in witchcraft, and it was really interesting. I really think it was. I liked it a lot. I'm excited to see where this goes. Seems like she's got some shit going on in her life, and I don't know, it really does seem interesting. One thing I really did like, the art in this was really phenomenal. As you can see on the cover, like how the blood is on there. It's like that inside on the internal art too, and I really enjoyed that. I like that a lot. And then the ravens play a little bit of a part in the art inside too. Really good issue number 1. I'm excited to see what issue number 2 is like. And especially for the time of year it is right now, Halloween and all the kind of creepy horror stuff going on this time of year. This came out right on time. Like, it was perfect. I actually think it might have done a little bit better if it came out like next week or the week after, a little bit closer to Halloween. But just being released in October was good enough for me. That's why I picked it up. So yeah, if you haven't read this, go out and grab it. It's $2.99, and it says it's an extra sized issue right there. And it was pretty thick, and story was on most of the pages. There was hardly any advertisements or anything like that in it. So definitely worth a pickup. I liked it a lot. So go check that out. All right, next we have Afterlife with Archie, issue number 1. I really like this cover. I guess Francisco Francavilla is doing all the internal art on this and the cover. I used to read Archie as a kid. Like, that was the only comic book my mom would let me get. So reading this is really fun for me. Like, I really enjoyed this. I'm not sure how long this is going to go on, but I'm stoked for it. However long it is, I'm going to stick on for it because it's just really, really cool. First off, the physical... I want to get into the physical just attributes of the book. The cover paper is like that matte feeling, and I really love that. Really cool. I love the old school like banner cover looking, and the story was awesome. I don't want to get into it too much, but something happens. And God, never mind. I'm not even going to try. It was really good. If you did not pick it up, you should. Especially if you ever read like an Archie book back in the day when you were a kid, or not even when you were a kid. If you ever read an Archie book, just really fun. It was fun, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So really good book. Really enjoyed it. Okay, so this one, wow. Cryptozoic Man, issue 1. Holy what? This book is freaking nuts. It's super crazy. I don't even think I completely understand the whole idea of it, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the art in it is awesome. Um, Walt, I forget his last name. Shit. Walt does crazy artwork in this thing. The splash pages in it are insane. I actually really, really like the art in that. I read, he did the art with Batman Cacophony. He did the art on that, and Kevin Smith was writing it, and that was awesome. So Brian has some messed up stuff going on in his head to be writing this thing, but Walt, his art is just killer. This book was pretty good. I'm gonna definitely pick up the next issue. I heard that it's a 6-part miniseries. That's my cat, Phoenix. I heard it's a 6-part miniseries, so I'll most likely be getting every single issue. But yeah, this is pretty out there. All right. Last but not least for this week, Walking Dead issue 115. Now, I'm gonna be honest, completely honest, 100%, and say this was not the best issue of Walking Dead I've ever read, but it's got me so pumped for what's happening next. This was just pretty much a build-up issue to what's now starting, which is All Out War. It's gonna be freaking insane. We have the gathering of all 3 communities to go against Negan. I don't feel like I'd be spoiling anything by telling you what happens. I mean, there's really not much to spoil. I actually won't tell you what happens on the last page, but the 3 communities all get together. Jesus and Ezekiel and Rick, all of them get together, and they start on their journey to go to the place where Negan's at and his like army of people. And Rick has like this completely 100% inspiring, amazing speech, and rallies the troops and all that kind of thing, and goes to Negan and kind of is like, look, you either surrender or we're busting in there and beating the shit out of you. And that was pretty sweet. Like Rick is really well like spoken in this book. Definitely a leader. And I can't wait for the next issue, and luckily I don't have to wait that long because it double ships this month, and I'm totally stoked about that. So really good issue. Not completely what I was looking for, but it was, but it wasn't. Like, I wanted the action to start, but this was a great like just build up and like let's go, so I'm totally stoked. And that's it for my reviews for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. If you're interested to know what my pick of the week is, check out the live show Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Incredible CJ's channel. You can see it there. I'll let you know when I come up with it. A lot of good books this week, so I'm pretty stoked. Have a good one, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.